Hey guys, High Desert Prepper here. Before I start this video, I want to give a big shout out. I got 5 new subscribers in the last couple of days. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys tuning in. As I always say, this channel will never be monetized. I'm just trying to put my opinion out there, maybe make people think, do their own research. So for you new guys, hey, that's awesome. Welcome aboard the High Desert Prepping channel. I'm just a guy out in the middle of nowhere that's just putting his thoughts out on the worldwide interweb. And because I see what's going on every day, and I'm trying to maybe make people think. I don't want you guys to take my opinion as gospel. I want you to, if you listen to what I'm saying, if you watch my videos, I want you to take tidbits from it and go, shit, I'm going to look that up. Tonight, all my videos, I'm chewing Copenhagen. Yes, this is a beer bottle. No, I'm not drunk. But this is a really good spit bottle. So, here we go. So, tonight what we're going to talk about, we talked about the New World Order in my last video. Now, how do you establish a New World Order? You have to eliminate the current world order. So, if you know what either of those two subjects are, you're already ahead of the game. Then you kind of know what the hell I'm talking about. So, I'm going to start with the Georgia Guidestones. There's a lot of stuff on the web debunking the Georgia Guidestones, but basically in 1980, a very shady individual comes out of nowhere, and he contracts a company to build this big monument. Well, the company didn't even really want to do it, so they quoted him a price that far exceeded what it would cost to actually build it, so they didn't really want to do it. Well, they still got the bid. The guy accepted it using a fake name, and what it really amounts to is the 10 Commandments for the New World Order. So there is one thing. I've been doing a little bit of internet research today, and I do write some stuff down because I am a average American male. I don't have this mind span that's infinite, so I like to do my research and I write things down. So if I bring it to you, it has some sense of order to it. So the Georgia Guidestones, among other things, has a 10 Commandments for the New World Order. The most ominous would be number 1. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. So what that's getting to is either a cataclysmic event has already happened or one will happen. Now, they're not referring to 500 million in the United States. That's 500 million worldwide. Okay? That doesn't leave a whole hell of a lot of room here in America. Now, I'm a hunter. I'm assuming a lot of you guys that watch these videos are hunters. So when it comes to maintaining humanity, let's put that into perspective. Elk herds or bear population, deer population. The amount of tags that are issued to maintain a population in balance in nature. So us hunters are allowed to go in once a year, depending on what we're hunting, and we're allowed in mass to we're allowed to harvest so many bucks, so many bull elk, so many cow elk, so many bears, to keep a balance, right? Well, what this really boils down to is the government is going to pull this kind of shit with us, okay? So to keep humanity under 500 million, they got to cull the herd here at home. Now, I can't speak for other nations because, one, the only other country I've ever been to is Mexico, and we all know what goes on down there. It's a damn war zone. As far as the continent of Africa, if it's not disease, it's civil war, it's something. So a lot of these underdeveloped third world nations already have things in place right now that is really ticking the population down. And I'm not talking about like the disease outbreaks. I'm talking the civil wars, the violence, the unrest. Look at the Middle East, okay? Population control there, they pretty much got that one nailed down. Let's just have a war every other day. So we're going to break it down right now to what's going on in America because obviously red, white, and blue. So, if you look at something like eugenics, okay, we started this back in the 30s. The Germans took it, and they really ran with it. If you heard of the Holocaust, you know what I'm talking about. Well, here in America, we have what's called a DNA database. So, you can leave your cell phone at home. You can leave your laptop at home and think you're not traceable, but the one thing you carry with you that is unique is your DNA. You walk out the door every morning, you can leave all your devices at home, but you still carry a unique license plate that is yours and yours alone. There's no getting around it. So our government, the Illuminati, if you want to call them that, they have established a DNA database, and Americans willingly play into this every damn day. It started with electronic medical records, okay? So back when medical records were strictly on paper, Big Brother didn't really have a way to just see what's going wrong with you, what your health condition was. Well, in the sake of convenience, all medical records went digital. So immediately Big Brother knew everything that was wrong with you, any past medical issues, and what you had going on as far as future medical issues. That was one step. Second step, these genealogy tests everybody's doing. 23andMe, Ancestry.com, people think that by submitting a sample of their DNA, they can find out where they came from. That's not how it works. If you read the fine print, which Americans are pretty bad about doing, the fine print will tell you your DNA is compared with other parts of the world of people, their DNA now. So say you're Italian, I'm Irish, but say you're Italian. They're not comparing your DNA with ancient Italy. They're comparing your DNA with people in Italy right now. So you might think, oh, I'm 80% Italian. No, your DNA matches 80% of Italy right now. There are multiple cases. You can look them up online. People will submit their DNA to 4 different genealogical sites at the same time and get 4 different answers because of that. However, the one common denominator is your DNA is saved in a database. If you don't think it is, I want you to research the NSA Data Collection Center in Utah, and you tell me that that place is only collecting your cell phone conversations, your text messages, and your social media messaging. No, your DNA is being collected. Blood draws, okay? There's one for you. So right now there's this huge drive going on in the United States to get everybody tested for HIV. Now, HIV sucks. I'm pretty sure we created it, and it grew out of their control. They did not know it would mutate, so whatever original antidote they had for the HIV virus went out the window after the first strain. But even right now, it's on satellite radio, it's on public radio. I was surfing through the classifieds, my local classifieds the other day, and they were looking for people with a degree in any type of health field willing to take blood samples for the federal government to test for AIDS. So they're trying every way they can to get your DNA sample. You think they're really testing for a disease? No. They're compiling your DNA. You might be wondering why. Well, there's a lot of things. Your DNA tells a really vast story. So if you are prone to a genealogical, a disease that is in your genes, if you have hypertension, your genes tell a story about you. Basically, they can read your DNA profile and tell, hey, subject A is either a perfectly healthy individual with absolutely nothing wrong with him, he's worth keeping around, or subject A is prone to hypertension, heart disease, liver disease, kidney disease, any type of genetic defect. Your name goes on the list. Either you just had a tag issued for you, meaning you're going to be in that cull herd, or you're one of the shining few in the maintaining population that they want to keep around because you are of perfect genes, perfect blood. Let that sink in for a minute. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Now, keeping the population worldwide under 500 million. We've talked about vaccines. We've talked about the government giving you or making mandatory a vaccine or an injection that causes problems. The anti-vax crowd's huge. The vax crowd's huge. I'm an anti-vaxxer. My thing is, well, if you're vaccinated, my unvaccinated kid's not going to hurt you. I have never had the flu shot in my life. And guess what I've never had? With the exception of one time in my life, I've never got the flu. If you line up for the federal government to give you an injection that contains influenza, you kind of brought it on yourself. Do not let the federal government inject you with shit that you don't even know what it is. The very least, you know it has influenza in it. And I'm going to give you a case in point. The gentleman's name is Timothy Cunningham, or I should say was Timothy Cunningham. He was a commander in the Navy, worked for the CDC. Very recently, he was up for promotion. He was a shining star at the CDC. He was an epidemiologist. His job was to study epidemics, okay? He was deployed during the Ebola outbreak, the Zika outbreak, some Superstorm Sandy. He was there for that. So this guy, his entire career was about studying epidemics. Google the definition of epidemic. Well, because this man believed in his oath, because he was a naval officer, he understood his responsibility to duty. And through his professional knowledge and everything he was seeing and studying, y'all know last year's flu outbreak was the worst we have ever had in the United States. I've got some numbers here right in front of me. At one point, it was the third week of 2018. In the third week of 2018, nationwide, all 50 states, there were 4,064 deaths reported. For a nation the size of ours, okay, that's a lot of people. But, oh no, I'm sorry. 40,418 deaths nationwide in the third week of 2018. 4,064 of those were flu and pneumonia-related deaths. Now, that doesn't just include the people that died. Okay, so 4,064 people died of the flu third week of 2018. They either died of influenza or related pneumonia. Now, if you do the math on that and divide 4,064 among 50 states, you're looking at like 81.2 people. 0.2, I know that sounds ridiculous. 81.2 people died in 1 week per state of this flu outbreak that had the flu shot. Now, I didn't get the flu shot. I didn't get sick. Everybody I know that did not get the flu shot for these reasons did not get sick. I couldn't tell you how many people I knew lined up at Costco and CVS and Walmart and got the flu shot and got sicker than hell and damn near died from it. Well, Mr. Cunningham, he knew something was up. He knew they were putting something out there intentionally that was going to kill people. And he started saying, hey, wait a minute, guys, I think the reason this flu outbreak is so bad is we gave it to them. That flu shot that was issued this year caused this huge outbreak, okay? So the day before he went missing, he was telling his neighbors, take my name out of your cell phone, take my number out. You don't want to be associated with me. Take this out of your phone. Now, a man's only going to do that if he thinks somebody's coming for him. If he stepped over the line and the powers to be are coming, okay? Next day he goes into work. He's told, hey, that promotion you're after, you didn't get it. He starts feeling sick, leaves work early, and when they find his body, it's on the banks of the Chattahoochee River, they claim he committed suicide. So you guys do the math and think about this real long and hard. The New World Order is coming. There's nothing any of us can do to stop it. What we can do is we can prepare, and we can guard our families, and we can take steps to put a stumbling block in the way of those that they want us gone. Remember, they cannot establish the New World Order unless they remove the old. And those of us in the old category that they want gone, guys, we don't need to be going quietly into the night. Like I say, we are the resistance, and we need to stand up for ourselves. We need to prepare. We need to be ready. And for God's sakes, do not give your family the flu shot. Now, the one thing I'm going to leave as I part with all this, the same government that brought you the flu shot under Obamacare, who talked about death panels and things about guiding senior citizens out of the scope of life. They have a new vaccine for shingles. Now, if you look at the statistics on shingles, adults, I think 60 years and over, are susceptible more than the rest of us. Right now, the government is offering a free shingles vaccination for adults 50 and over. Any of my viewers, anybody seeing this, if you're 50 and over thinking about going down and getting a shingles vaccination from the CDC, My word of advice is don't get it. Stop letting the government inject you with shit. I will wear my tinfoil hat with pride until the day I die. I get called a conspiracy theory for the things I put in these videos, or conspiracy theorists for things I put in these videos, but nowadays there's a hell of a lot less conspiracy than there is theory. And my way of thinking is, the sooner you stop letting the feds inject you with things, the better off you're going to be. So you guys, this is me right now, High Desert Pepper, signing off. Again, I appreciate all the new subscribers. Hope you guys share the hell out of these videos. I'm never going to monetize it. I'm just putting my opinion out there, and if you want to leave a shitty comment, feel free. It's all about a free country, First Amendment, freedom of speech. I've had a couple guys leave some off comments, but then they deleted them because they don't show on the video. No, don't delete your comment. Leave them. I mean, this is a public forum for us to speak our minds and to just see what everybody thinks. Maybe educate a few people, maybe argue some points. Hell, maybe I'm full of shit. Who knows? So don't erase your comments. Leave whatever you want. I'm only into censorship when you get profane and kids might see it. And I might nix that just because I don't want children or teenagers seeing some of this stuff. So other than that, freedom on. Keep your powder dry. And as always, America, watch your back trail. Freedom on.